It's gonna be a great day, and I anticipate a lot of wonderful things, a lot of beautiful things coming your way this season. I want to talk about I want to talk about impact. Impact. You see, you do not come into this world by accident. God has a purpose for you to achieve on earth. And until you understand this purpose, you cannot have fulfillment in life. So life is beyond you just getting married or having children or trying to survive. Life is beyond eating to get healthy or trying to work out your physical looks so that you become attractive and presentable. Life is far beyond that. There is so much more in life, and that is what I want to introduce you to. Purpose, destiny, faith, and goals and visions. So you have to, and sometimes when you do not have clarity about what you have been called to do, nevertheless, not everybody is called to be a leader. So a leader is visionary. A leader has to see what his or her followers don't see. A leader will have to lead with seeing, then others follow to a place, a destiny, a goal fulfillment. So some people are born to lead, and these people, they have vision, they have foresight that has been embedded into their DNA chromosomes. So not everybody is a leader. So what does it mean? What it means is that your purpose in life can be aligned to other purposes. So you should not exist in isolation. Let me give you an example. Moses was called to lead the people of Israel out of slavery from the hand of Pharaoh. So Moses was a visionary leader. Moses was also a spiritual leader because he connects to God. So Moses was the hand of God. Moses was an instrumentality of God to achieve the collective goal of deliver the children of Israel from bondage, from slavery, to a purpose, to a destiny, to a designation called the promised land. But one of the problems some of us have is that we tend to deal with our purpose in isolation. Let me give you an instance. Assuming the children of Israel, we have 12 tribes of Israel. Assuming one of the tribes said, we are not going to follow Moses. We are going to, this clan is going to stay on their own. That means they will not be delivered from the hand of Pharaoh. They will remain slaves under the hand of Pharaoh. So the 12 tribes of Israel collectively, their purpose was tied to a visionary leader with a goal, a designation, a place, and objective and achievements. So your purpose in life can be aligned to someone's vision. Like for some of us, we work in a bank, we work in an IT firm like Microsoft, Google, Facebook, and PMG. We work with any firm, any firm. So when you work in this company, you are tinted, you blend to the vision that has been laid down for that company. So every objective is tied, trying collectively by the workforce, which collaboratively bring to the achievement, to the purpose of the vision of the company. And you become one of those objectives, that will be used. Your talent, your giftings, and whatsoever your resources will be used collaboratively to bring about the vision, goal of that company. So you cannot be dealt with in isolation. But there are particular people who become visionary leaders. I think what you say here is, are they born or are they groomed and bred to become this? Or did they buy up a vision so you don't exist in isolation? It's either you are a visionary leader. I said that visionary leaders, they are born from birth to become visionary leaders. We need our Moses, Jesus, Elijah, were one of the prominent visionary leaders we, we had. David was also a visionary leader. And Jeremiah, the Bible says, even before he was born, that God knew him as a prophet. So Jeremiah was a visionary leader. And there are, in our contemporary times, people that exist in that same category. Now, we also have visionary leaders who make themselves to become visionary leaders. There's an inference I want to make in the Bible. The Bible says that there are three kinds of Enochs. Enoch. One, those who were born Enoch. Two, those who made themselves Enoch. Then the third one, we're talking about the Enoch, Enochs. Um, these are people who are named in the olden days. They were meant to guide the queen, the princess of the king, and they were castrated. The man castrated them because they were selected by the king and they were castrated. So these are the three categories of people. Let me use the human as a reference point. One, we have those who were created to be from natural birth. Two, there are those by circumstances became or circumstances, what I mean circumstances, situations made them to be like that. Men came together and said, you be like this. Let me still give you an instance of, okay, the third one. Let me quickly go to the third one. The third one is there are, who decide to make themselves to become Enoch. So, not that they were forcefully by circumstances to become Enoch, not that they were created by death to become Enoch. There are men who cannot fulfill the desires of a woman, even right from the day they were born. So, those were made, by naturalization. God made them to become like that. Then there are people, circumstances, situation arises for them to become, to become like that. Let me give you an instance. When God chose someone to become his representative, to be in his instead. So God used Samuel to rule and reign over Israel. But it came a time the children of Israel decided they needed a king like the heathens, like the world. And they opted out to be like the hidden. And what did God told Samuel that he was going to allow them to be, that they have not rejected Samuel, but they have rejected him, their God, to become their leader. And God said he was going to give them their heart's desire. And that is how Saul came into being. And God told them the consequences of their heart desire. So Saul was a product of circumstantial events. So Saul was not born from birth to be a king, but because there arises a circumstantial event, then he has to fill the gap. And there's somebody in the Bible among the 12 disciples. I don't know whether it's Barnabas. So the disciples have to cast lots to choose another person to replace someone that's that needed to be replaced. So I don't know whether his name is Barnabas, but this disciple came into being part of the disciple by circumstantial event. I don't think it was by calling. So there is the one that you decide. There's somebody that says that some of these pastors or men of God that say that God has called them, that they actually called themselves and not God called them. And I can also um, put a reference in the Bible when the Bible says that they are there for their belly. So when somebody is there for his belly, that means you are trying to see a way you can earn a living and survive by fulfilling a cause in life, either as a pastor, as a politician. You know, some people even try to get married to rich women to fulfill that cause in life of a father just to survive. So these are the three categories. Now let me narrow it down that you do not come into this world by accident. You have a purpose. So your purpose is either you become a visionary leader or someone that is born with a foresight to carry people along, to be a king. Then two, you cannot exist in isolation. So if you are not a visionary leader, then you have to help to fulfill other people's vision. And in helping to fulfill other people's vision that God has called them, then your purpose in life is met, is actualized. Then you have what we call self-actualization, self-realization in a collective goal. Then three, circumstantial events. You can derive your purpose from circumstantial events. Something happens, and because of the situation that arises, you decided to fill in the gap. You become a problem solver. You try to bridge in where there is a gap, and therein you find purpose. You find meaning in life. Then I also say that there are Also, three categories of visionary leaders or kings. There are people who have been by birth to become leaders. So in them is better vision and purpose, and even by their lifestyle, by the training of what they go through in life, their trajectory in life tailors them to problem solving of other people who they are going to lead. So they are called, they are chosen. Then the second category of leaders are those who are chosen by people. When you do election or when a referendum is done, so we are chosen by men or by a collective will of the people to become their own leader. Then thirdly, there are people who chose themselves, imposed themselves. We have seen cases that regimes are toppled or changed by coup. So there are people who forcefully, usurp thrones on authorities or domain, like Osman Danfodio that fought jihad just to his, impose his religious beliefs into people. So there are cases and situations like that. So what category do you really belong to? What it means in total sense of what I'm saying is that you cannot exist in this world in isolation. You need to fill a vacuum, a purpose in life, either as a leader or as a follower or as someone who has been called by circumstantial event or by the opinion of people to come and fill um, a gap or to come and become a problem solver. We have seen people who have given themselves, they've been sold out, trying to solve problems, bring solutions to problems that has bedeviled humanity, like Elon Musk, like Facebook, that created a social interactive platform, or like Elon Musk that has been working so hard to create a platform whereby um, people, like he was a co-founder in PayPal and trying to exploit the earth beyond, then try to create mobility that are so convenient even for elders. So there are many, many, you know, great men that have done marvelous things on earth. I want you to place yourself to them. Where do you belong? But don't be in isolation. This is Pastor Chinas. I'm a life coach, motivational speaker, a reformer and transformer strategy. Follow my um, follow my video, comments. I belong to one of these categories. And I'll be talking to you. God bless you. Added to my resume, a conflict resolution specialist. So God bless you.